Hey, how are you doing? It's Jay Victoria. I'm sitting here. This is what reality looks like. I'm sitting here in my living room. I didn't do anything special to start filming this. I'm doing work. I'm working on my comedy. I have like a long list of things to be doing today. And I'm a comedian in New York. That's a lot of work. And then I have a business where I help people have clearer energy. I help women be empowered and have stronger feminine energy. And I do that through a natural gift that I was given to see energy visually. And it completely changed my life. I'm not from New York originally, I'm from Canada. And 5 years ago, I discovered that I could clear negative energy instantly through being able to watch it, see it. I can actually see the energy blocks. I developed a method I now call Energy Queen Alchemy, where I combine a positive energy with the negative energy. And I learned from watching that well, first of all, I learned how to move energies around at will. And this was a gift from God, by the way. It wasn't like me being a witch or something. Like, this was literally taught to me by, the bigger picture, by God. I'm so connected to Jesus, and you'll see that in my videos here. It's a really resurrective process, to clear out and be able to clear out quickly the things that are blocking you from being yourself, from coming back to the original you, who you really are. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people over the past 5 years with my business. And I'm relatively new to YouTube. I've always been a YouTube watcher, but I haven't really been on YouTube that much myself, except for posting some of my comedy. And then some of my videos for Energy Queen, my business, started getting more attention. And I thought, you know what, I think this is a really cool way to reach people. I've been on Facebook and Instagram mostly otherwise. So that's why I'm showing up here. I started a podcast a couple of weeks ago talking about how energy can be a very practical part of your life, your health, your happiness. It really was the difference between me being in Canada, dreaming about being in New York and being a comedian, feeling very far away from it, depressed, anxious, sad, broke, all the things. The difference between me being there and being here in New York, where I am a comedian, I have a thriving business. I'm talking to people all over the world, working with people. I'm performing in New York. Like, my life is the resurrected version of me. And I did that through clearing the negative energy inside of me, the doubts, the fears, not just that were manifesting something negative in my life, but that were keeping me from taking action. So it's a really big deal, to get your energy cleared. And we're entering a new world time where there are going to be people like me who can do something different that you've never seen before. And it's a real service. It's a real help that you can get with your life. And so one thing that I think one reason why I didn't want to come on YouTube, and I originally had the comments turned off because I didn't want to deal with any of that. Not that I'm not strong, but I just didn't want to deal with it. I work with energy. I have to protect my energy, and I don't really just like to open myself up to crap, and negative energy and people that wants to spread hate. And really, it was by mistake that the comments were turned on. I didn't even realize they were turned on. And then once they were turned on, I got a lot of positive comments. So I thought, you know what? I'll stay open to the comments, because I'm actually interacting with people and hearing from you. And I think that's really important. And then I posted a podcast last week about exploring the idea of toxic masculinity, because the real masculine energy is not toxic. And that's actually what the whole video was about. But the title said eradicating toxic masculine. And so I think a lot of men got triggered by that. And they just sounded off in the comments in really hateful ways that were misogynistic and offensive and intentionally hurtful. And, I can handle things pretty well. I clear the triggers in myself instantly with my method if I get triggered, which does happen. Um, but you know what it made me think is, it made me think of all the women who have to deal with shit like that. Um, and maybe you don't know how. So I wanted to make a video to talk to you about that, because internet hate is different than in-person hate. People will say things on the internet that they won't say to your face, and they would never say in person. And so it's a cowardly thing, first of all, to intentionally say something that's hateful and hurtful on the internet. I don't believe I've ever done that, you know? I think I've been in fights with people, especially when I was younger, during the MySpace days and stuff. But I think even then I was really, you know, like, I think it's a sad place to be in, to be somebody who looks at another human being and thinks, I want to hurt you, you know? And so I want to say that if you have ever received these kind of comments that are just straight hate, you know, they're just trying to hurt you, break you down, I want you to know that it's really not about you. It's really a reflection on that person. And I think that people who make these comments don't realize that yet. And I think we need to start making that clearer to people. Like, if you say something hateful about me, it's not about me, it's about you. Why did you do that? You know, why did you wake up today and log onto the internet, you know, like go on YouTube, start looking around, and just, that's what you said? And then what did you do? You went and you made yourself a sandwich and watched some TV. And what's your life like? Why are you doing that? What's going on with you that's making you want to say those things? What's missing in your life? What's missing in your heart? You know, what pain is there that is making you want someone else to feel pain? And that really is the reason why people do things like that. Speaking of positive energy and negative energy, the negative energy that I clear is the only thing inside of somebody that would ever say something like that. Because the truth about all of us is, even those people who said negative things to me, or that will ever say negative things to you, even if they are to your face, it's always negative energy that says negative things. And what I've learned from watching energy is that we are positive energy only. Your true identity, their true identity, is positive energy. What's in the way of them? There's a negative energy in them, blocking their light, blocking their ability to see, convincing them, controlling them, you know, in a negative way. And the thing to know about that person is, it's not going to just manifest as a comment that they make. It's going to manifest negativity in their life and sadness. And it's actually, you know, blocking something positive about them that they could be doing with their lives. These aren't happy people. They're not happy people who are living happy lives. You know, the guys that commented on my video, they didn't watch the video, by the way, or else they would have realized they were totally wrong. They read 3 words in a title and then, you know, sounded off. It was actually a very supportive video of like what masculine energy actually is. So think of a guy who wakes up, he's got a hot body, he's happy, you know, beautiful apartment, wonderful wife or girlfriend, you know, looks in the mirror, feels so confident. What's he up to that day? Is he on the internet making negative comments? No. So, but these people, they have that guy inside of them, you know? They have someone positive, a positive version, like a resurrected version, like I said, inside of them too. And that's who they really are. And it's really not even them, it's negative energy. That's always the enemy. Negative energy convinces us of illusions. So the negative energy would have seen something like the title of my video, and it would have said, don't watch it, or else they would have realized they were wrong. And it also would have said, send hate her way, you know, do something negative, say this, say that, because it's going to, you know, negative energy is not even on their side. That comment made them look bad, you know? Someone could find out that you said that and you might lose followers, or people might lose respect for you. If you're in that place, you might not even think you're worthy of respect, which is even sadder. So these are the things to think about. Also, the thing to know about people who judge you is that we're all energetically connected. And so it's not possible for us to judge someone else without having that judgment first inside of ourselves. So every single negative thing that anybody said to me or ever says to you, they're actually saying it to themselves. And it might not be apparent at first. Like, I had a bully when I was 19. I thought she was really good at being social, but she used to say comments to me about I didn't have enough friends. And I was like, at first I thought like, oh my God, I don't have enough friends. I'm not cool. But looking back at that now, I realized she didn't have hardly any friends. She hung out with me all the time, but she just seemed like she was more popular, but she wasn't. It was an insecurity she had that she didn't have enough friends. And so she projected it outward. So when people are saying things to you, I want you to know they think that about themselves. Whatever they said, they're calling you lonely, they're lonely. They're calling you sad, they're sad. They're trying to objectify you, they feel objectified. You don't know what people have been through in their childhoods and their past lives a lot of the time. But the good news is that that's why I'm showing up and talking about the work I do that actually clears these negative energies. And one thing I've learned about negative energy is it is clearable. It's not something that needs to stay. It's removable. Anybody at all can be resurrected, changed. It's never going to be the final say. So what I want to end with is, how do you handle these kind of comments? How do you protect yourself? Because that's the other element. You can say, okay, well, that's about you. But what about if it did hurt your feelings? What about if it did affect you in some way? And this is what I want to say. All energies, positive or negative, are beliefs. That's what they are. Negative energies are negative beliefs. So the negative energies inside of those people who are saying hateful things, they're negative beliefs. I'm not lovable. I'm not good enough. I'm a loser. I'm lonely. I'm sad. I'm unattractive. Nobody wants me. I've been used. I've been objectified. No one appreciates me. Those are all negative beliefs, right? You can also have positive beliefs inside of you. And how do you know what's inside of you? What do you believe right now? What positive beliefs do you believe? And what negative beliefs do you believe? Your job is to choose your own beliefs. It's like choose your own adventure. Choose your own beliefs. And the beliefs that are inside of you are the ones that you chose, the ones that you choose. So when somebody insults you, your job is to make sure that that negative belief that they're throwing at you doesn't get inside of you. And the way you do that is you disagree with it. You don't have to convince them to disagree with it, but you have to convince yourself that you don't agree with it. And so you just ask yourself, if this is not the truth, what is the truth? What do I actually believe? Am I a loser? Am I a cat lady? Does nobody care what I have to say and they just want to see my boobs? Is that true? If it's not true, then reject that belief. And if you feel like you can reject it inside of yourself, wonderful. If you need to say something back, don't be afraid of that. I think women especially need to be less afraid, These people aren't going to be able to hurt you or find you, What do you believe? What's the truth? If this is not the truth, what is the truth? Affirm the positive belief that you have about yourself. You know what? I believe that I'm awesome. I believe that I'm wonderful. And the more you can keep it about yourself, the better. I don't even know if I was able to do that in the comments that I responded to. I kind of just had a reaction. But in general, it's best to keep your comments about yourself, just because that way an argument won't ensue. If you insult someone back, chances are they're going to defend themselves. So then you have an argument. The better way to do it, which I also need to work on sometimes, is keep it about you. What do I believe about myself? or lead it back to the positive version of the thing. I said in some of those comments, you know, you could benefit from this video. Did you watch it? Do you even know what you're talking about? You know? So avoid insulting them. Affirm what you actually believe. Keep your language about yourself if possible. And protect your own beliefs. And that's really how you need to handle it. Me making this video is part of me protecting my own beliefs, because I got to say a lot of things that I believe in this video that I also believe will be beneficial to someone else. So keep it about you. Correct the beliefs that you have inside of you. Don't let those negative energies in you. And that's your job. Your job isn't to fix those people. That's my job if they work with me. You know, there are professionals out here who can help people, and they have to want the help. So you don't need to fix people. You don't need to argue with them, and you don't need to believe them. All right? So thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you. Lots of love. Bye.